Come book shopping with me. So first I went to a bookstore called Grassroots Books, and I did a silly little tour trying to make sure no one could see what I was doing, except I did ask the staff if it was okay beforehand. Here's some staff picks and the displays. And I decided to go for one of the staff picks. Those book lovers. And here's some journals, and they have a lot of Blu-ray and DVDs as well. And here's the fiction area. And here's some short stories and essays. And classics, I really like the covers on these. Thought they were really pretty. And then I went into the kids section because one of the main things I wanted to do was buy a book for my kiddo. Took me a while to find something because I was really trying to find something for his reading level, but I ultimately went with a series that he likes. He's a big fan of The Pigeon. So here I am leaving the store with my purchases. By then it was dark. I was pretty happy.
Hi. Alright, so that was Grassroots. I did buy two things. As you probably could see, I'm using my hand that would grab the books. But I got my son a book. He loves Mo Willems. Williams? I don't know. Loves her. And also I bought myself an Emily Henry book, Book Lovers. Right? Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. This will probably be filmed in multiple parts as I find money to bookshop. I want to take you around all the bookstores that I know of in Reno, where I live. I think it'll be fun. I went to the cheapest one first, because money. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Welcome to day 2 of coming book shopping with me. I don't know if day 1 how much footage I show, because you could see my work logo. And I don't want that. And so, but basically I bought Book Lovers by Emily Henry. And I got that at our local used bookstore, where primarily it's used books and everything is at a discount, even the new books. It's called Grassroots. It's pretty cool. Today I'm taking you to 2 stores. I am going to Sundance, which is like our general independent bookstore. They have a little of everything. They're not really specialized in one thing. They do have a few used books as well. And then hopefully I'll have time to take you to Radical Cat, which is my favorite bookstore, because in addition to being, as they say, radical, they have a lot of leftist-focused books. They also have adoptable cats. So hopefully we'll hit them up today. If not, I'll hit them up probably next Wednesday. I'll take you along with me. I'm going to see if the video, if the owners are okay with me recording. And let's go.
Alright, here we are. We're going to Sundance first. As you can see, it is just a gorgeous building. It's like an old mansion that they converted into a bookstore, and each room is like a different genre or like type of book, I guess. Not necessarily like fiction genre, but like genre of books in general. And it's just really just a beautiful, beautiful building. First, for some reason I shut off the magazines, even though, I don't know, it's not really why you're here, is it? They also have cool things like t-shirts, and there's the staff picks and greeting cards. And this is like their focus area for new stuff, bestsellers, new fiction, new non-fiction, and their like local interest area is down here as well, because being local is like a really big deal for them. I went into the kids section next, which was just adorable with the little dinosaur, and they had a lot of copies of The Little Prince, which was kind of cool. See? Yeah. And yeah, it was a pretty cool kids section. And then I went and looked at the cookbooks. I was really tempted by that TikTok guy who does the retro recipes, but I ultimately did not buy that. They also have their gifts in this room. So there's more greeting cards, and then there's like coloring books and crayons and stuff like that, magnets, all that good stuff that you'll find at a bookstore that isn't necessarily for reading. Soaps. It's not really ADA accessible. To get to half the collection, you do have to go upstairs. There's no elevator. But this is where, like, the big focus stuff is, where if you want to really find something, you gotta dig deep. And I really regret speeding past that dragon thing, because how cool was that? This one did not start out great, this clip, but this is the used book room. And oddly, you go from the used book room into the genre and young adult book room. Like, it's really hidden, so you might miss it. I don't think I knew about this room before, actually. But this is where you find their sci-fi, fantasy, horror. They don't separate romance from fiction, but they separate their sci-fi, sci-fi, fantasy, and horror. And this is where you find your young adult as well. Very far from the kids section, which I find interesting. And yeah, then they have some books protected by a glass case. And this is like their fiction room. Got comfy chairs. Remember when Barnes & Noble had comfy chairs? Those were the days. Really comforting and inviting, and less get the hell out of here with your book. Let you literally try out your book and see if you like it first, and I appreciate that. Oh, and that really short clip was a book about the bookstore, which I thought was kind of cool. And here I am going for my pick. Yeah, went with Lilith's Brood or the Xenochronology. I don't remember what the other name is. Oh, okay, and now we're going to Grassroots. It's right next to the LGBTQ Community Center, so I'm there a lot because I go to the LGBT Center for different events, so I'll go to Radical Cat as well. Also, Radical Cat hosts their own events, which is really cool. And there's cats, books and cats. They've got a lovely little display in the window. When you enter, there's like a community bulletin board, and then all your cat gifts. Gifts with a T, obviously. Puzzles, some queer books. That's the like witchy area. It's huge. Here's their fiction. This side is mostly sci-fi, fantasy, and horror, with the end of the general fiction as well. Here's some more queer stuff. And here's the like general fiction area. Journals. I love a good journal. A little area on Palestine. Spanish books. Here's the nonfiction. It's quite extensive and has a lot of like, well, radical books. I've seen some really cool books there, like on polyamory and stuff. Here's their discounted shelf. Top is just 20% off, and then the bottom is their used books. I focused really long and hard there because I figured I was going to buy something there, but spoiler alert, I do not end up buying something from that section. Here's their young adult. Graphic novels. And this whole little table was 20% off. But nothing really caught my interest. The kids section has a nice cute couch as well as a little cat chair, which I don't think I caught, but it's right to the right there. They have really cool books. I got like a body positivity book for my son from here before, and like a book on the importance of artists. Oh, and here I'm gonna go try to visit the kitties. The person working that day, I think it might have been one of the owners, because it's a really small store. There's like 2 owners and 1 non-owner worker. But one of the owners did tell me that the cat today was feeling particularly shy. So I wasn't feeling super optimistic, but I knew if I didn't try, it would be kind of silly. Like, what am I even doing here? Anyway, as I mentioned, there are events. They're mainly writing events, so that's what those chairs and desks are for. And there's other tables and chairs that they get out if it's a particularly packed event. I have gone to some writing events here, and it's amazing. Here I'm trying to coax the cat out, calling for it, going, and yeah, nothing's really going on. So. Here I'm focusing on some local authors. There's a novel here. I don't know why I'd expect you to read that. A short story collection. And this novel I have read before. I've mentioned it in a previous video or 2. Ultimately, what I went for today, though, I went for Heartstopper.
Alright, so mini book haul. I probably showed you Emily Henry's Book Lovers yesterday. From Sundance, I bought Lilith's Brood. I read Dawn last year, and because of the way Libby works, I never ended up reading the other 2. But I did really like Dawn, so I'm going to give all 3 a go this year. Or next year, who knows. Sometime soon. It's only March, hopefully this year. And then I got Heartstopper Volume 2. I've read most of the webcomic, and I have the first one from the Evil online bookstore. But yeah, I decided to support them with... I just realized my AC is probably hella loud, and I'm sorry for that. I might refilm this later. Anyway, those are the bookstores. Those are the 3 local bookstores I know of in my town. And yeah, unfortunately the kitties were feeling really shy, so I didn't get to go hang out with them, but I still had fun. I got some books, and now I'm gonna go pick up my Walmart order, because groceries are fun. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Editing Jordan here. I have gone to Radical Cat twice since filming this video. I went the other day in search of short story collections because I am trying to read more short stories, so therefore I can write more short stories, because I don't really know what they're about besides they're short. I haven't read any since college. So I bought Blood Child by Octavia E. Butler. And I bought this, Little Fury, which I did feature in my video as one of the books I was looking at that was by a local author. I didn't realize at the time it was a short story collection, and when I went back and asked to see what their short stories were, they pulled this and said, oh, they're a local author, by the way. And I'm like, I'm gonna read that. And then today, I decided to take my kid to Radical Cat, and I got him a book. He picked it out. It's about gravity. Pretty cool. And I got Her Body and Other Stories, another short story collection. So I have 3 short story collections. I don't tend to buy novels unless I know I like the author or the book itself, because I prefer to use the library. But the library, I don't want to just rush to read a bunch of short stories in a row. I want to read a story, take a break, and read something else. So that's why I bought these instead of renting them. And I am so excited. So if you watch this, thanks. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any tips or criticisms for me. That would be awesome. Bye.